You may be wasting your workouts as adaptations to the human body are not made as we train, but afterward as we recover. So today we're gonna go over 3 tips to recover well and ensure you're reaping all of the rewards from your workouts.
Business is good.
I'm Danny Farrow, welcome back to the channel, and let's jump right into it. So tip number 1 is going to be to prioritize nutrition. Nutrition plays a vital role in recovery by providing the necessary nutrients and energy to support the repair, rebuilding, and adaptation processes that occur in the body following exercise or physical activity. Here are some key ways in which nutrition influences the recovery process. The first is going to be muscle repair and growth. Exercise, especially resistance training or intense physical activity, creates micro tears in the muscle fibers. Proper nutrition, particularly protein intake, is essential for muscle repair and growth. Consuming an adequate amount of high-quality protein helps provide the amino acids that are necessary for muscle protein synthesis, which promotes the repair and rebuilding of damaged muscle tissue. Now, we've all heard that protein is super important for muscle building and recovery from workouts, but the truth is that most of us aren't getting even close to the amount of protein we need, even just to sustain optimal health, let alone to grow and build muscle after creating these micro tears. So get your protein in and make sure it's from a quality source. Another obvious reason that nutrition is so important is because if we are missing necessary micronutrients for the human body, we're not going to perform as well, we're not going to feel good, and we're going to end up aging more quickly and bringing on chronic disease if we're in that depleted state of nutrient for a long time. So most of the time when we look at nutrition, we're only looking at the macronutrients, the protein, the carbs, and the fat. But within those categories, there are micronutrients such as vitamin A, K, C, and minerals such as magnesium, calcium, and even sodium that we're not really conscious of. We know we get them in our diets, but a lot of us are most likely deficient in a lot of these different areas. So it's important to focus not only on the macronutrients and ensuring we're getting all the protein we need, though that is incredibly important, but also the micronutrients, because the macros won't matter if the micros aren't right too. And finally, within nutrition, we have glycogen replenishment. Intense exercise depletes glycogen stores, which are the body's primary fuel source for high-intensity activities. Consuming carbohydrates post-exercise will help replenish glycogen stores more efficiently, ensuring adequate energy availability for subsequent workouts or activities. Now, it's very important to understand that if we're not doing actual high-intensity training every single day or most days, it's probably unnecessary to actively restore our glycogen with carbohydrate intake after training. If you're a competitive athlete, an elite athlete, and you train really hard each day and maybe even have 2-3 workouts per day, this is gonna become a factor for you. However, if you're just training every day to stay in shape, to feel good, and to optimize your health and longevity, this is not a concern for you. Continue a regular, healthy, nutritious, whole food diet, and don't worry about the timing of your nutrition as long as you're getting everything in throughout the day. So that's tip number 1, prioritize nutrition. Tip number 2 is going to be to implement active recovery strategies. Now, active recovery refers to engaging in low-intensity exercise or movement strategies following intense workouts or periods of physical activity. The purpose of active recovery is to promote the body's recovery processes, enhance circulation, reduce muscle soreness, and facilitate overall recovery without adding even more stress to the body. Here are some examples of what active recovery can look like. Light cardiovascular exercise is a great way to utilize active recovery. Engaging in things such as walking, cycling, or swimming for a shorter duration and at a slower pace compared to regular workouts can promote blood flow and help flush out metabolic waste products like lactate from the muscles. This gentle movement can aid in reducing muscle stiffness and promote recovery. You can also do some mobility and flexibility exercises. Gentle stretching and mobility work can help improve joint range of motion, alleviate muscle tension, and enhance overall flexibility, especially if we're focusing on areas that feel especially tight after training, or maybe we went a little too hard in a certain area in our workout and it's experiencing some tightness from the stress and seized up a joint or the connective tissue surrounding the joint, so we can work on the mobility to loosen it up and kind of calm it down a little bit since it's become tense from such difficult training. If you're interested in some help on how to do these things, you feel feel as though there's too much information out there, you're overloaded, and you just want a simple, direct way of learning and understanding these concepts while being able to apply them to your life and see constant development and improvement in your physiology and health, then you can click the link I'll have down below, fill out a quick 5-minute questionnaire, and I'll send you a series of functional movement, strength, and mobility tests that you can take at your own pace on your own time to see if you're meeting the standards of human movement. We can build out a full longevity program for you, help you achieve your goals, feel good, and not worry about pain anymore. So again, the link for that is in the description. We'll work together to create the perfect program for you. Moving on, the final form of active recovery we can do is foam rolling and self-myofascial release. Myofascial release is some fancy jargon basically for massaging yourself and releasing the tension in your fascia, which is tissue that surrounds your whole body and kind of protects your muscles. Using a foam roller or other self-massage tools, you can apply gentle pressure to your muscles to release tension and knots. Whether it is foam rolling or using another tool like a gua sha scraper or a massage gun can help increase blood flow, reduce muscle adhesions, and enhance recovery. Something that makes it really easy and takes a lot of the effort off on your end is going to be a massage gun. Like this Bob and Brad massage gun that I have here comes with multiple attachments and multiple speeds, as well as a chart that describes exactly when you should use each attachment as well as each speed for the perfect circumstance and perfect recovery or warm up or pain relief, whatever you need to use it for. It tells you exactly how to do so. You can use the link in the description to get your own, and I have a promo code down there for you as well to get an additional 10% off. So check it out. It can definitely help you with some self-myofascial release techniques if you either don't have a foam roller or it's just too much effort to use it. So check out the Bob and Brad massage gun, link in the description below. So guys, that's tip number 2, utilize and implement some active recovery strategies. And finally, tip number 3, definitely last but not least, is going to be to optimize your sleep and rest. Quality sleep and rest are essential for physical recovery after exercise or intense physical activity. During sleep, your body undergoes important processes such as tissue repair, muscle growth, and the release of growth hormones. Adequate rest allows your muscles, joints, and connective tissue to recover, repair, and rebuild, which helps prevent injuries, enhance performance, and support overall physical well-being. But sleep and rest is not only important for the physical aspect, it's also important for the mind. I'm sure we've all experienced times in our workouts or our training or our sport or even just our daily lives when it wasn't the body that was the limiting factor, it was the mind. We were tired, we were fatigued, and we felt exhausted. Well, rest is vital for mental restoration and cognitive function. When you sleep, your brain consolidates memories, processes information, and rejuvenates cognitive abilities. Another important aspect of our sleep and rest is hormone regulation. Having a balance of the hormones in our bodies is necessary if we're going to perform at elite levels or even just function optimally in our daily lives. Sleep deprivation or a lack of quality sleep can disrupt the production of important hormones such as cortisol, which is known as the stress hormone. It regulates our stress response, and growth hormones, which are obviously essential for tissue repair and muscular development. The endocrine system plays a critical role in maintaining homeostasis, which is your body's basically ability to live and sustain itself. So if we want to live and sustain ourselves, especially to the best of our abilities and maintain the best possible health, we need to make sure that we're balancing our hormones, and sleep and rest is a great and one of the easier ways to do it. And finally, we have energy restoration. This is probably the more obvious one that we literally experience. If we're not sleeping, we feel tired, we have no energy. Sleeping restores our energy. Just as we talked about in the beginning, it rebuilds the storage of the glycogen in our muscles as well as our liver and gets us to the point where when we wake up the next day, we really can feel refreshed and ready to take on our next workout or just the difficulties of the day. That's tip number 3, get good sleep and rest well. So again, those 3 tips are going to be to prioritize proper nutrition, to implement active recovery strategies, and to really focus on getting quality sleep and rest. If you apply those 3 things, I guarantee you're gonna feel and perform better in your workouts, and you're gonna be able to be there for your kids. You'll likely see a spike in your physical capabilities as well as your mental capabilities. You'll feel better, you'll move with less pain, and you'll be well on your way to unlocking full functional health and longevity. If you're curious about a custom strength, mobility, and longevity program that I can make just for you, fill out the questionnaire below and we'll reach out with a functional movement screening and mobility test that you can do, and then let us know how you fare so we can begin crafting the perfect program for you. So these 3 tips are super important. You need to follow them, but just these 3 tips alone are not enough to unlock your full potential as a human being. So check out this video next to learn how to recover from injuries, as they can oftentimes be inevitable. I'll see you over there. Go be human.